Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM22 Career Mode, episode 125. We continue on with La Vuelta, and we pick up with our last three riders, Piccioni, Gonzalez, Martinez, here at stage number 10. Yeah, stage 10 of 21. Perfect +5 for Piccioni, but of course that is now the expected, as he and Martinez have both started their fitness peaks at the exact perfect time here. Piccioni just outside of the top 10, but with a 77 base and a +5 today, an 82 time trial, should be a quite competitive time. You can see he's just 6 seconds down at the first time check. 80 gets you right there, that red bar running out right at the finish line. With a +5 and a really good time trial rating, it's possible I might be able to do a little extra push with Piccioni at some stage before the end of this thing. But Gonzalez looks pretty good on a +4, and Martinez ready to set off. He's also got a positive race day condition. Does not look like a +5. It's not. It's a +3, so he gets a -2 draw compared to what... Actually, it's a -1 draw compared to what was expected. He was expected to have a +4. Piccioni, for that matter, does have a +1. And you can see he's got just a little bit extra, but there is an uphill section here. We're going to save that push for there. We are 8th, 7 seconds down. Let's start pushing that 81, get that little bit more speed before we hit that short climb. And you can see how we are catching the rider ahead of us, Monaco, over the top. And pushing for the line. A little too hard there. Make it last. There we go. Piccioni, 9th place, 18 seconds down. Gonzalez looking good with his 80. Martinez is looking good with his 80. 77 on the time trial. The entire team, all 6 of them, have put in good times. Chergai has slipped outside of the top 50, but he's a 70 time trialist. Today was like a 72. That was the weakest. That was by far the weakest. Gonzalez at a 76 is about average for the rest of the team, so you would expect that he should be in this like minute 20, maybe closer to a minute down sort of range. But you can see, unlike the other two, Piccioni and Martinez, Gonzalez has gone a little bit deeper as he hits that climb. Doesn't have as much left for the finish line, but I think we can manage about an 81 on our way to the finish. Okay, back down to a 79. It looks like the 80 was just right. There you go, 115 down. So that is in that range of what we were expecting. Martinez, on his way to the finish line, has a little bit left for his push. A little bit more, and we go 38th, 106 down. Not bad. Losing 1 minute for Martinez is better than expected. It is better than expected on a 31K, mostly flat time trial. Positive race day condition really helping him out, giving him a pretty good boost. And then, of course, Piccioni was great. He's going to move well up the standings. He does slip outside of the top 10 on the stage standings, but that was maybe 11th. He'll be up into 8th. Martinez remains 2nd with Globe still leading. Gonzalez also still 5th place. 12, and I threw a rider in the breakaway thinking that would mean there's no chance of the breakaway winning the stage, and yet here we are with a 10-minute advantage heading towards the final climb and the inevitability that this breakaway will win the stage. So Garzone on a +4 has a shot, definitely has a shot at it. If I had a teammate here to support, though, I think our shot would be much better. Mountain rating wise, he certainly has a chance. Stamina wise, he certainly has a chance, but you're overcoming some extra obstacles when riders go solo. But he's gonna hang on and do what he can. But meanwhile, back here, race day condition looks fantastic. I mean, we are really set for this one, but it's expected. We have a +36, +34 expected race day condition. There was a +3, a couple +4s that everybody else has +5s for their expected race day condition. We have a +3, we have a couple +4s, and the rest are all +5s. We have exactly the race day condition that is expected. It's shocking that we managed to do that, because realistically, from those 5 +5s, somebody probably drew a positive. So gap now down to 9.5. It's starting to come back. We do have to watch out because the jersey could be changing hands. Monaco is here in the group, and Monaco is only 5.5 minutes down overall. So unless we pull back more than 4 minutes, he is going to be taking over the jersey. He's certainly going to be moving from 12th well inside the top 10 and costing some guys some positions. Garzone is quite a ways down, so he really is not relevant to that race. Okay, it's time to start preparing for the climb. We'll start at an 82 sort of pace, and Garzone, meanwhile, is about to hit the climb, and they are starting to go up. Not a lot of pace yet. Here comes the first attack of riders. It's a little late to follow. Can we follow? Is there enough of a response from these guys? I don't want to be the one chasing. I really don't, but I think if we don't follow, those guys are getting away. If anything, let's try to escape that group. Or not. Just regain contact there, whatever. Inside 16K to go. Here comes the next. Johannes. Oh my goodness. This is insane quality within this. And all we're doing is negating attacks. I'd like to be in one of the attacks that get away, and this time we are. 5 riders have escaped and are pulling away. Meanwhile, back here, checking in. We are starting to climb 17K. And that's some favorites. That's some favorites on the attack. Is there a response here? Gap's holding and coming back just a little bit, so yes, we're fine on that part. They are slowly pulling away. We're going to let that be for a while, as this group has nearly made contact. Now, Bausch is going to be the first one struggling. He's got a +5, which is giving him a 70 mountain today, which is fantastic. Now, 8 minutes behind the group, by the way, plus another half minute. Huh? How did that happen? They attacked and left Garzone behind. He's now caught up in this tail group, and that's why I don't like managing multiple groups at once. Stuff like that happens all the time. You look away for 300 meters and the race situation changes completely. Moss once again is attacked. Again, I look away for 50 meters and Moss attacks in that time frame. Guy, you need an 85 because I want you to hold your position better than anybody else. Gonzalez is the furthest one down right now. And that is an attack. Is there a response? There is not really a response. So let's respond. 10K to go. That's kind of the minimum for chasing down something like this, and we have the quality to really blow up this field today, so let's go for it. Trick Eye should be the next one, right? Yes, 82, 77, 76. Bausch. Okay, meanwhile, Garzone in a group of 11, chasing the front riders, hanging on, being patient. Might even have him drop back to help, but he's way up the road. Now, Bausch is just putting us in position for what is to come, preserving the legs of his teammates as they all follow. But Bausch, for your last hurrah, go a little harder. And on to McKellar. And now we're starting to get into our first guy who can actually climb decently well, and you'll see how he comes forward. We're down to 43 in the group. There are 2 riders up ahead. It's Glog, it's Brenner, first and fourth. So we are chasing that. And then we're getting into breakaway guys that are all falling back one by one. And here is Garzone's group as he hangs on with 4.7K to go. I don't want to gel quite yet, but he's not far away from that stretch now, and we're at 7K here. Gel for Panamar. Gel for Chergai. Bausch is dropped. Oof, Lucas Hamilton going out the back. Oh, look at this big group that's just struggling to hang on now as we rated just a little bit. Pidcock is... That's not Tom Pidcock. And McKellar. Done. Ponemar. Just a moment for him, and then we'll be on to Chergai. And on to Chergai. 4.8K. I think we can afford to start pushing a little bit harder for these guys. Meanwhile, that means Garzone has got to be getting close to the top. 2 riders up ahead. We still have a chance at this thing. 1.8K. A little late on the gel now, but here we go. Garzone coming forward. Right now, just ride your tempo. Can you drop riders? You are dropping riders and connecting with those front 2 guys. And leaving yourself capable for the sprint just a little bit. Right now, we're just trying to climb our pace. As you can see, we're almost to the finish line. It looks like Garzone's going to take second with Helmos. It's not Skilmos, it's Helmos taking the win. But that's second. Garzone's already crossed the line and doesn't even say it up there yet. But Chergai, Gonzalez, 2.5K gels for these last couple guys. $2.3K. Okay, before we have them take over, how we looking? Did we catch? Yes, we did catch. Okay. There is no breakaway ahead of us any longer, which means Piccioni can sit on for a moment, or just follow Gonzalez, who somehow is still going faster than you. Chergai hasn't gone anywhere either. That is Gloak. Yes, it is. Now we respond with Piccioni. And Martinez. Oh, we got... Oh. Switch me to Restrepo real quick there. 400 meters. Sprinting it out for the line. We are the first one to hit the top. We are seconds ahead. About 6-7 seconds ahead of Plapp and then Gloag. There's Piccioni, well placed. And Gonzalez is still up there as well, not losing much time at all. I think that ended up being a very good result. It would have been that much better if Garzone had won the stage. We just managed to grab the podium, but first to the top of the mountain of the contenders was Martinez by a handful of seconds, with nothing left in the tank as he crossed the line too. So Monike is going to jump up the standings a lot. He gained 5 minutes on Martinez. He was 5.5 down overall, but I don't think that puts him in the lead. I think that's going to put him in second. So 6:23. We gain 8 seconds over Plapp and Gloag, but Gloag is going to be a hard catch. We nicked off a few seconds anyway. Piccioni was well placed, and so this is how things look. And yes, as I thought, Monike 5 seconds behind Gloag. 5 seconds. That is the difference. Martinez at 1.5 minutes down. Brenner is 3:20, so a solid gap behind us. Piccioni is up to 5th at 3:48. Arnsman, Van Wilder, and Gonzalez still in the top 8, 3:57. Just outside of the top 10 is already a 5-minute gap. Johannesson, breakaway rider. Plapp did well. Helmos was a breakaway rider. Van Dienenbiel. So a lot of the riders just outside of the top 10 now. And then Monike also going up. But most of these top 10 guys suddenly are, or just outside. Top 15 guys. There's a good way to phrase that. A lot of these top 15 guys are riders that were in that breakaway. Heading towards the final, well, double climb, really. We are going to have to gel up for Bausch. McKellar, they're not going to last too long. Ponemar isn't going to last too long. Pace has been pretty hot as we chase down a breakaway that today has not been allowed to escape with the same sort of ferocity as previous stages. We have, first off, an 11K climb of 5%, but then you follow it up with a short descent that leads into the 7K, 9% official final climb of the day. Bausch and McKellar have already been dropped. And the Peloton is already down to just 35 riders. Man, that happened fast. Panamar also starting to get dropped. And wow, look how much pain and suffering have already gone into the legs. We need Gonzalez to protect, as we're really down to... Oh, we have 5. Yeah, we got to protect Piccioni. We got to protect... And that's your third man. So Panamar gone. Down to 48. We've caught the breakaway, and you can see a couple more riders at the back end about to get dropped, and we're seeing an attack. Now, is this a KOM attack, or is this contenders? 11th, but leading the KOM. That's why I ask. No, those are all KOM guys. Those are all KOM guys. Guy, man, +4, and he's running out of energy already. Let's go ahead and gel up. Gonzalez, we're starting to fall into that late tour trap for a few of the guys where the fatigue has picked up to another level, and they are going to see some struggles. Guy is going to see the Gruppetto. Well, he's not going to be that far back, but he's out. Pare Penter also out. Schultz is out. Got some good climbers getting dropped, and we're down to 35 with 3 still off the front, but of course that is that KOM group looking for the points at the top. I'm not interested in them. I'm very interested in how tired my guys are, as you're seeing a couple guys attack here. Most of those were KOM, but also, no, Moss is 22nd overall. Plap in 10th is the only one there, and you're getting a response. This is not recovery. This is flat. And you can see we've drifted back, but we are not good on flat. So this is a good time to not overexert yourself. Save it for the climb. But speaking of climb, away we go. Garzone is already... No, he is not. Garzone needs to gel up. He needs to protect Piccioni. We're up to an 83. 29 riders left in contention. Martinez, Moss. Let the response come organically, naturally. Gonzalez, Garzone are not much left in the tank, and we're down to 6K. So Piccioni, Garzone, not a lot of tempo right now. Now we pick it up. Brenner from 4th, Ironsman from 6th. That's one we probably want to respond to, but man, not going to be easy here, folks. Not going to be easy. Getting to the end, that is. Gonzalez. Actually, you know what? Let's just go straight to Garzone. Let Gonzalez sit on. On a Piccioni 4K. Front 4 now. Martinez, Ironsman, but Brenner. Ironsman and Brenner are threatening. 3K. Down to an 81. We've got a ways to cover yet. Garzone and Gonzalez have not been dropped, at least. But you can see that that's happening now. Foss gets dropped. Venipol gets dropped. Beno has been dropped. Bosch is getting dropped right now. We're down to 11 in the Peloton. And Piccioni is done. Martinez gel. He's got so little left in the tank for that final kilometer. This is disappointing that nobody else wants to chase those guys down. We're not the only one whose position is being threatened. 1.7. .4. Let's go. It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps. Pulling back Moss. Oh gosh, there goes Glog. Oh, we'll get over the top though, and then we can sprint. Brenner takes a win, and Arnsman, so those two gain. Now we can attack and try to pull back a little time. We had to get over that climb first. Glog's going to gain a few seconds on us. Martinez grabs next best. Moss, Rodriguez, Plapp, Van Wilder. Danny Martinez. Not a bad stage, but not a great stage. If our goal is to win this thing and beat Globe, he's giving us our run for our money. But he was strong early in this tour. Let's hope that he fades late. Our strength is coming in the final week. Let's hope that we can start taking it to him and clawing back time. Today was not the case. Brenner and Aaronsman gaining some time, though, is a little disconcerting. But part of that was down to literally no other team wanting to contribute riders. And our overall team did not have great race day condition today. So we didn't have that support group to try to claw those guys back or keep them close. And nobody else wanted to. So by the time we committed, there was no catching them. But we minimized what the losses would have been. Let's check in on where we're at here following 14 stages of La Vuelta. 7 to go. Martinez at a minute 13. Those three guys all get same time as him. Van Wilder, Martinez. Piccioni was a minute 48, so he doesn't lose too much more. That's a little bit of a gap, though. Gloag still leads. Now exactly 2 minutes, almost exactly anyway, 2 minutes ahead of Martinez in second. Brenner has moved up to third. Arnsman up to fourth. Van Wilder and Plapper up there. Piccioni remains in 7th place and Gonzalez in 9th. Monacay drops. He goes from 12th up to 2nd, and then he drops back down to 8th a stage later, losing like 5 minutes today. So big losses for him. Garzone is all the way up in 15th, our 4th rider. You would think we've got to be way ahead in the team classification. Points, Martinez is 6th. KOM, Martinez and McKellar are up there with some points. Only 13 behind, really. That's surprising, but not interested in that KOM. We are 1st, 3rd, 6th, 11th, 14th, and 16th in the under 25s. And as a team, we are 7.5 minutes ahead of Ineos. I like seeing that part. We're having a very good overall race, but can we do more than a podium? Big question for the final 7 stages. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.